Hey everyone, welcome back to the Messenger Mic'd Up. My name's Harper and I'm joined with Mackenzie.
I'm Noah. I'm the Vice President of Active Minds here on campus.
Today we are going to basically just interview Noah and get to know more about Active Minds. It's semi new, you said. It's been around for maybe about a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah, it was on campus for a little while. I believe that ended in 2022, and now it's just been restarted this year. So we're trying to get some more members involved and build up a bigger community base, which I think will help the students and faculty who are both involved in the club.
Nice. Well, tell us a little bit more about Active Minds. Like, what does Active Minds do?
Yeah, well, I can kind of paint the picture. The overall thing that we're up against and trying to build towards is more awareness and advocacy for mental health in general. So, to give some background on that, the challenges are still pretty widespread. Over 60% of college students in the US report clinically significant anxiety over the past year. On top of that, at least 1 in 3 have reported one instance where they felt they were too depressed to function, to go to class, to do all sorts of things. And that really presents in a number of ways. It can obviously be feeling sad and down and not yourself, but it also affects motivation and some other stuff that's really crucial to being successful in school. So, on top of all those things and the transition from high school to college, we're really focusing on trying to build a better student community. And it's not just us here at Johnson County. Active Minds in general is a nationwide nonprofit. So I think there's 600 chapters across the U.S. at different schools. And the whole point is advocacy and changing the conversation around mental health, reducing the stigma, and just trying to make sure that everyone is doing okay, along with teaching some strategies to see in your friends and the people close to you who might be struggling so that you can be there for them and get a step ahead.
That's super awesome. With Active Minds, obviously you guys are on Johnson County Community College's campus. Do you guys have any weekly meetings or events that you guys come up with?
Yeah,
Uh,
we do. We have weekly meetings on Wednesdays in the MTC building. I think it's room 212. Double check that. But from 3 to 4 on Wednesdays, we meet. And like I said, we're still building up some membership there. So the meetings don't always go a full hour. But on top of the weekly engagements, we also host speaking panels. So the next one is Joshua Rivedal on November 5th, and he's coming to the MTC building. He's an author and speaker just in general about mental health, suicide prevention, things like that. And he does speaking tours around the country. So he's stopping in on the 5th. I'm working on trying to get some free pizza and other stuff. If anyone can come by, it would be much appreciated. I'm also taking order requests. So let me know. But in general, we're just trying to build that community and have a space that people can talk and, like I said, learn some strategies about what might help, especially in more stressful times like midterms, finals, whatever it might be. But even day to day, it's just helpful to have a few talking points that will help you and the people around you.
no, yeah, 100%. I feel like that's especially valuable for newer students, high school students. We mentioned off camera, a lot of people, or mainly us, because we were talking about us, we're struggling with high school and COVID and how our grades were different. And the mindset was definitely different going from high school to college and introducing Active Minds to freshman students or even, second year students who may not have heard about it first
Mhm.
year. Um, Having a support system like that is definitely great for getting back into school.
Yeah.
Is there something that like drew you to Active Minds to make you want to be a part of it?
Yeah, there is. Well, really throughout my life, I started my undergraduate degree and finished that in journalism. So this feels kind of like coming home, even though I never did something this cool with my degree. Just kind of got it and walked out. Waste of time. But I have since landed on psychology and I'm finishing up a master's program. So, on top of all the coursework, I also have a lot of family connections to mental health in general and addiction and some battles with both in my family. My grandpa and my mom are both practicing psychologists, or well, he was, and she still is. So that drew me to the field in the first place, but also going through the undergraduate journey myself, especially during COVID, like you said, and dealing with all that and seeing it come out in my friends and them dealing with anxiety, depression, whatever it might be, as an outcome of losing community and also just all the changes that come with college. It was important for me to find something where I could be helpful, and also just anyone who joins Active Minds. Not only is it something that's nice to show, even on things like your resume or something practically that you're willing to put in time, but also because you might actually have a real situation where you can help someone in your circle. And so that was the original draw of it to me. And I'm pretty new to the Kansas City area in general. So having something like this where there are built-in people that might be like-minded was a big source of community for me and some of my motivation in the first place. And we're seeing that even in the first few meetings already, that it's going well, and people are asking questions and learning some stuff that can help them and their friends too.
Right. That's really awesome. It's nice to have a community to come back to. You didn't say you were from Kansas, or
No, I'm from Minneapolis. I was born and raised in the Twin Cities, and now my family actually has a little farm south of the cities. So we've got dogs and horses. We're, I think, gonna get goats at some point soon. It's just a zoo up there. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot going on. Um, but that was definitely a gear shift for me coming from that environment down here and learning more about Kansas City, which has been amazing. And the master's program that I'm in right now, I was in Boston for most of the summer too, finishing that up. And the school, which happens to be Harvard, did one of the biggest studies, longitudinal studies in the history of research on happiness and resilience, and it's the Harvard Happiness Study. And throughout that whole thing, one of the biggest findings is that community support was the biggest indicator of someone's not only happiness, but also their longevity. So even people who had heart surgeries, who were lifelong smokers, who might have battled cancer, things like that, that really impact your physical health, having a strong support network was the number one protective factor against that. And the study compares people from all kinds of socioeconomic, racial, ethnic backgrounds just across the board in Boston. And it's, I think, coming up on 100 years of these longitudinal studies where they follow people from high school through their entire lives. So it's a really unique data set, and that also just reinforced everything that I was hoping to find here in Active Minds and on the Johnson County community campus anyway, which is just that strong network and finding your people and doing all that, because it really does impact not only your mental but your physical health too.
oh
So
yeah,
it's important.
it's coming from Minneapolis to Kansas City. I'm sure that's a bit of a difference, considering I don't know it based off of I've never been there, but from what I've heard, isn't it majority just as you're saying, like farmlands? And I know that they do have Minneapolis, like the city,
Yeah,
and there's some nightlife there,
for
but
sure.
the difference between here and there, it's I don't want to say Minneapolis is smaller than Kansas City, but is it?
It's actually the opposite.
Okay, yeah, I always get
It,
that so wrong. I always assume Kansas is way bigger than it is, and I'm like, ugh, small.
it's kind of funny. It is a huge difference between downtown city life in Minneapolis and being outside of that. So I went to school downtown at the University of Minnesota, and that is absolutely a big city vibe. I mean, the whole place, I think, combined between Minneapolis and St. Paul is 3 million people, whereas Casey is 500,000 or something like that. Obviously, the Twin Cities are more spread out too, so it's a bigger area.
She would know. She corrected me last episode of how many people are in Kansas
Really,
City.
you're
Did
tapped
I?
in.
I think so. I don't remember. We were talking about going from. Were we talking about you going to like Texas to Kansas City or something, or
Maybe.
uh?
Because there's way more people in Dallas than
Well,
there is in
duh.
Kansas City, obviously. But
But we were talking about something, and I don't know if it was on or off camera where you looked up how much of a difference there was between the two cities. And I was so wrong. I always have this mind bubble of Kansas City being so giant for some reason. But it is getting on the map. A lot of
That's true.
celebrities and influencers are talking about it thanks
True.
to what Chappell Roan, Taylor Swift.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of celebrities come here nowadays, especially with the what is it, the World
The World
Cup?
Cup,
Yeah.
Right. I forgot
This
about
year,
that.
right?
26.
26? Okay. Yeah.
It's exciting. It might be the next addition to the studio. Could do like a normal map and then like a Harper map with Kansas City just 3 times its actual
Giant.
size. Right here would be nice.
Oh my god, we can have it for our little background. We've been looking for a poster or something to put right there.
That would be perfect.
Oh my gosh.
That makes a
yeah.
lot of
The
sense.
giant Kansas City. It's
oh
like
my gosh.
the geological maps where they think America, the United States, is huge or like smaller compared to all the other.
Have you seen like people who come from Europe are saying that Americans are not well traveled, but America is like freaking huge, so it's hard to like get around the entire country. But in Europe, they're saying they're like 30 minutes from France when they're in like the UK or something. And it's like
Yeah.
we're not that close to everything in the US.
No, I know. This is so off topic,
Yeah.
but
Fire away.
well, not to that, but to active minds. But there was I don't know if it was like a joke, but it was this map of a France tourist, I believe, because he's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna, drive 30 minutes from Chicago to Texas or something, and then like take another 45-minute train to like I don't know, Nebraska. Like it was just like an all over. Be like, I want to see all the sights, and everyone's like, that's not how it works.
No. I mean, they have Paris. We have Louisiana.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
We have
It's pretty good.
we do have
They have
what?
We have. I mean, lots of stuff. It's almost too much to name.
They
That's
have
true.
they have the Eiffel Tower. We have the Statue of Liberty.
True.
But
We're
it's all
going toe to toe.
Statue of Liberty is from France though. So
That's
That-
true.
that is
They
technically
did gift that. Yeah.
Have you seen it in person?
yeah.
I have not.
You really?
Really?
I feel like New York's one of the places where everyone's like, oh, you have to go.
Never been.
It's really like New York's great. I'm not hating on New York.
Obviously.
It's New York. You want to stand in a? I got overstimulated. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's absolutely.
That's what I feel like
You
is
wanna-
gonna happen.
It's for that. Yeah.
Constantly stand in crowds of people and smell sewage and hot dogs. Go to New York.
You-
No.
yeah, you
10 out of
do.
10.
It is a social anxiety simulator that you just walk in and you feel uncomfortable. Is how it usually goes.
I have no idea how people do it, and I don't know how people enjoy it, but people enjoy chaos sometimes.
True.
I like my
There's-
peace.
I was
Right. That'll be our argument for France. We have peace in the suburban suburbs of Kansas City. It's nice.
I think a good
segue.
segue would be the social anxiety in New York. So the Active Minds Club is for mental health. Like, do you guys help with social anxiety as well? Just like tips to help with that.
Exactly. Yeah, we do. We've got a couple different agenda items for most meetings, making sure that everyone is getting something back out of giving us their time. So we have a couple different quick strategies and things, little talking points that I like to mention with people who are stopping by because, like I said, it's not only for them, but might help with other friends of theirs and stuff as well. So, building routines is one of the biggest ones. It's taught for almost all levels of psychotherapy as well, just in general, that having some structure reduces stress, makes things a little bit more predictable, even if it's small parts of your day. It really makes a big difference to have some anchor points about maybe when you go to bed, when you wake up. Lots of research on even making your bed, stuff like that, but just little points of something that you do every day and at a specific time tend to ground you a lot. And speaking of that, even probably bigger would be prioritizing sleep as much as we can. It's something that you trip over cliches trying to talk about, but it really is important for every level of mental health. And one of the things I'm putting together for our next few meetings are just little mindfulness cards, little things that have meditation and deep breathing practices, things that are clinically proven to lower your stress and kind of change the way that you're feeling in your body. Make sure that you are as relaxed as possible, especially when there's new things like class or maybe exams or anything else like that coming up. Staying connected, obviously, like I said, with the happiness study too, just making sure you're checking in with your people and knowing that it's okay for them to help you out too is a big point. And one of my favorites that we are going to go over next week is setting realistic goals. So one popular way to do that is the 1-3-5 rule, just having one big goal, which might be graduating from Johnson County, or it could be any number of things on whatever scale makes sense to you. But it's having one big goal, three medium tasks, and then five small actions that you can do in a day to get a little bit closer to that. And by small, I mean tiny. Can be anything that really gives you a better sense of feeling like yourself, of moving towards whatever that goal might be. So could be grabbing some coffee and studying or doing something like that. It doesn't need to be something where you're taking off a big bite of the apple every single time that you're trying to better yourself. And we also talk about finding meaning and purpose, which is something that obviously goes along with happiness and hopefully is something that people find going to school here as well, which is not only a job or something that you're studying for, but something that actually gives back to you and that you can see yourself working on over a long period of time, because those things that bring purpose also grounds you in a better sense of who you are. And lastly, we talk about anxiety and depression a fair amount because those are the two most common mental disorders that we might come across, or mental conditions. And like I said before, it's something that really can impact different parts of your day and how you see yourself. So the best way to fight that, obviously, are some of these routines and other strategies I mentioned, but it can also impact your self worth and maybe what you how you feel about yourself, how that interacts with the world. And one of the best ways to improve your self worth is to do things that make you feel worthy. Things like could be as small as working out, could be volunteering, could be calling your friend, things like that. Even studying, really small pieces of your day that will build, and over time dealing with mental illness struggles is really like anything else. It's just practice over and over that will make a huge difference, even if it's something that you're dealing with that's small. So all of those things are stuff we try to cover in the meetings. It's also usually covered by our speaking panels and all that as well. But it's really important. So that's what I hope people get out of coming to those meetings, which are Wednesdays 3 to 4 at the MTC building in room 212.
212 confirmed.
212 confirmed.
Perfect. No, yeah, those are definitely some great exercises that people can do. Like we mentioned earlier, new students, freshmen,
Mhm.
and yeah, the overall social anxiety from New York. Um,
For sure.
but those are all things that definitely can get someone started. And I know, yeah, little things like working out, reading, like those are things that have definitely helped my mental health personally. And things that keep going, or to keep it going, like journaling. And on top of that, if it's available, like a therapist or at
Hmm.
least someone to talk to, a best friend. Gosh, everyone in here knows I love a good gossip session. Oh my gosh.
Does
No.
wonders for sure.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, and the timing of that, whether it's gossip, talking with a friend, actually going to some sort of therapy, or I mean any of the online options as well. The early interventions and stuff makes a big difference, and that's true clinically too. I mean, between 18 and 25 is usually when most mental stuff might come to the surface, which obviously is right during college too. So that's just fun for everybody. That's how the timeline works out. But doing something early, like you said, even if it's chatting with a friend, can make a big difference. Waiting and waiting and fighting that is just going to make things harder mentally, but also maybe more expensive, maybe more time consuming, stuff like that. So gossip up for sure.
No, yeah, for sure. And I know we are kind of running on time here. Zach, do we have like enough Yes? Okay, cool. Sorry. We do have one question, and we're still testing this out. And this may not be the question that we ask everyone,
Can't wait.
but we hope to have other club presidents or club members join us on the podcast to tell us about their clubs. And this question is specific for you.
I can't wait.
If you if you were shrunk down to the size of a pencil and stuck in a blender, how would you get out?
That's a stupid question.
In all the talking points that I thought about for this interview that didn't come up, honestly, I do feel like I'd be a Ticonderoga, probably classic, the yellow, nice pink eraser, not chewed on. I think I'd
Right.
be a good pencil
Yeah.
to start with. You toss that, I'm just saying, you toss that in a blender, rude. I think,
I want to correct you real quick. I didn't say you were a pencil. I'm saying if you were shrunk down to the size of one.
my
Oh
bad
my
on
God.
that.
It's
Misheard
okay.
that. I mean, either way, if I was the size of a pencil, I just get thrown in a blender. Who's throwing me in the blender? First of all, I need more information.
Does
This is
someone
just-
hate you right now? Because
the-
it's them.
I mean, sure,
Are they gonna turn the blender on?
That's
Like,
what I'm saying
No, I
too,
hope
yeah.
not.
Well, you're leaving a lot to the imagination. This is a wild question. It's a crazy premise.
It's a question that I was asked, and I was left with the same open-ended questions.
I mean,
So
if they're turning the blender on, I think I'm hugging one blade if I'm that small and just gonna get really dizzy. I think I'm just gonna lock in.
you're
I don't
hugging the
know.
blade and not the little middle part that the blades are connected to.
I-
smart.
Whoa. All right. It's either that or it's just like a pull-up hang from the top, right? You're gonna
Right,
try to.
that's true.
I think scamper would be the verb to get up, and then you just hang. That could happen too, but I'd probably just really try to stay dialed
It depends on the
at the
blender.
bottom. It does depend.
Is there anything in the blender? Like
True.
I
Maybe some
mean,
fruit,
fruit and
ice?
veggies.
Like,
someone could add it if they don't see you.
It's terrifying.
But if we're just saying that you're sitting in a blender, how do you get out? In a just not turned on or plugged in blender, but it's there.
Right.
How do you get out?
Well, I'd imagine I'd get pretty nervous, so I'd use the natural clamminess of my hands to just plant on the side, I think, and you'd probably have to go dogs out as well, so shoes are coming off, and then you just plant the grippers kind of going up the side, and once you get to the top, assuming there's not a lid on it, then you have a whole other issue, which is how to gracefully slither, if you will, probably down the side. I'm not going to jump if I'm the size of a pencil. That's definitely a broken ankle minimum.
No, right.
So either the same strategy, kind of just grip her down, or you wait for someone of a slightly larger size to come help you, kind of a B-movie situation.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
No, actually I
what
haven't.
is that?
Oh. What? This is another movie we have to add to our list.
Okay.
Have you ever seen
Homework
Hotel for
coming out of
Dogs?
this? No, I'm
Okay.
absolutely the wrong person to be asking this to.
I'm the only one in this room here has, so
media illiterate. What about the B-movie though?
I've seen the B movie.
Well, there you
I've
go.
seen it. It's a big marching band thing.
What?
Marching band theme?
Thing.
Oh, okay.
It's just because in high school we had a bee themed marching show,
okay.
and so the saxophonists, all of them, they dressed up as the
Bees?
bees, and we're quoting it
Did
and
they have
learned
little
the
fingers
whole.
on their head?
No, they
Dang.
were quoting the
Like those
whole
with the
movie
hats?
too. You would just walk past them. They'd be like, "You like jazz?" I'm like, "All right."
I mean, that is a good line if you do play the saxophone.
Exactly.
That's not bad, but
That's
I never knew there was a marching band connection.
what.
Just for that, I guess.
What
but-
was your favorite quote from the B movie? It's not you like jazz.
No, it's not. It's the one where he's talking about yogurt night. And he's it's like, "You ruined yogurt night."
It's a great choice.
Yeah.
That's an excellent choice.
Did you have a favorite quote?
I don't know about a quote. I just like listening to Jerry Seinfeld just the really high pitched yelling
Right.
Yeah.
in pretty much all instances of flight. But I mean, I do feel bad for the guy who came back and I fiance, maybe. I mean,
Yes,
he
I
kind of
think
broke
fiance
up
or
a pretty
wife?
serious relationship. Really, I mean, like
Over a bee is
that.
insane.
I mean, if you do something like
I
that,
would crash out.
I would go to therapy. So
Yeah.
I would probably join some sort of organization, student led.
Yeah, I mean,
Ideally,
I wonder if there's one maybe called Active
that
Minds.
is a catchy name, and I
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
You should probably check that out.
No,
for
yeah.
sure.
If I were to crash out because my fiance wanted to be best friends with a bee,
I think it was more than that, but
I
ahead.
for the sake of I constantly get called out for censorship.
Oh, I see.
So that friendship with that bee,
Right, entanglement.
yes, their little picnic dates.
Quite.
I think I would definitely join Active Minds. But that's not the only scenario that I would join Active Minds. Of course not.
No, that would be ridiculous.
No, that would be
I
a
would do
far
it
stretch.
for any insect stealing my romantic partner, and just if I happen to be a student at Active Minds or at Johnson County, I'd say, hey, let's get some mental health going here today.
No, yeah.
Specifically Wednesdays
At 3 in the MTC 112. 212?
212.
212.
Hang on.
212 MTC.
Right.
At 3 p.m. on Wednesdays.
For sure.
But yeah, no. Thank you so much for coming on the Messenger Mic'd Up,
Thanks for
talking
having me.
about Active Minds and spreading mental health awareness. And yeah, just being here, being such a great guest, because this is our
This is our first guest.
first guest of this semester. Yeah,
No way.
yeah.
Do I get some sort of like a plaque or something?
We can give you a sticker
A
and some
sticker would be
pens.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled.
I got
Thank
fruit
you.
snacks too if you want those.
Yeah, we have a whole candy bowl in there.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
She can't eat any of the Reese's though,
No,
so we
I'll
have
take 'em
like
all.
that whole bowl is just full.
Perfect. Well, I mean, Active Minds is a nonprofit organization, but we do accept fruit snacks. So
No,
cool with that.
but
No
yeah,
problem.
no, thank you, and yeah, everyone on the listener side or viewer side, go stop by, see if it's your vibe, and if you need any help, they do have resources,
100%.
and they are like actively willing to work with you, talk with you. If you have any questions, you can hit up the VP right here,
Absolutely.
and yeah, just what was the word I was thinking of? Better your mental health. Like, put yourself first. You need it
Deserve it.
yeah, you deserve it. You have the midterms coming up.
True.
Ugh.
It's
But
about
yeah,
that time.
it is fall and it is October.
Mhm.
Which sucks because midterms are coming up, which we will talk about next week. But yeah, no, thank you, and thank you guys for listening and watching. Again, last week we had some last week we had some technical difficulties, and if you weren't watching, you can watch now on our YouTube channel, which is connected to the Messenger, or on our Instagram page. You can click the link there, and it takes you to Messenger or Messenger YouTube. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening and watching. We'll see you next week. Bye.